From the outside, Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet's love story seemed like one built to last forever. They shared a bond admired by many, a relationship filled with passion, mutual respect, and a sense of adventure that seemed to defy the odds. But as with many things that appear picture-perfect, cracks were forming beneath the surface. Subtle at first, then too deep to ignore. What led to their unexpected split? Was it the pressures of Hollywood or something deeper? After a year of silence, Jason finally broke his silence, and what he revealed shocked even those closest to him. Their story began like something out of a dream. Jason met Lisa Bonet in 2005 at a jazz club in Los Angeles, but his admiration for her began long before that. As a child, he had watched Lisa as Denise Huxtable on The Cosby Show and dreamed of one day marrying her. That childhood crush turned into a reality when they finally met. The connection was instant. Despite their 12-year age difference, something clicked. Lisa, already a mother and seasoned by life, was drawn to Jason's free spirit and vibrant energy. He, in turn, was captivated by her wisdom and calm presence. Their relationship quickly grew deeper. By 2007, they welcomed their first child, daughter Lola, followed by their son, Nakoa Wolf, in 2008. To the world, they seemed like the perfect couple, balancing parenthood, love, and life's adventures with ease. When they finally married in a private ceremony in 2017, it felt like a natural culmination of a love story that had already stood the test of time. But appearances can be deceiving. Over the years, small tensions started surfacing. As Jason's career soared, especially after his breakout role in Aquaman, he became increasingly busy, caught up in the relentless pace of Hollywood. Lisa, who had already lived the highs and lows of fame, preferred a quieter life grounded in family and peace. The physical distance created by Jason's filming schedules slowly turned into emotional distance. While he traveled the world for movie premieres and new projects, Lisa remained rooted in Los Angeles, maintaining stability for their family. One of the most subtle yet significant sources of strain came from Lisa's close bond with her ex-husband, musician Lenny Kravitz. Though Jason always respected their co-parenting relationship, sources say he sometimes struggled with their emotional closeness. It reminded him that Lisa had a full life before him, and at times it made him question his place in her world. Despite building a life and family with her, he couldn't help but feel like he was sharing her. Eventually, emotions boiled over. In a heated moment, Jason reportedly made a shocking remark, calling Lisa disgusting. Though it may have been spoken in anger, it hinted at a deeper unhappiness. Was it truly about Lisa, or was it a reflection of Jason's own frustration and resentment? Their different parenting styles also became a source of conflict. Lisa, more structured and grounded, wanted stability for their kids, while Jason, ever the adventurer, leaned into a more relaxed and spontaneous approach. What once made them a great team now highlighted their differences. When the pandemic hit in 2020, the forced togetherness only amplified their growing disconnect. While Lisa found comfort in quiet routines and introspection, Jason felt stifled, out of place in the stillness. By the time they announced their separation publicly in January 2022, they had already been quietly living apart since October 2020. Their joint statement spoke of love, respect, and growth, acknowledging the transformational changes that had taken place. There were no dramatic accusations, just a mutual recognition that they had grown apart. Fans were heartbroken. How could a couple who embodied such love and devotion fall apart so quietly? The truth is, love alone isn't always enough. The emotional toll of diverging paths, unmet expectations, and unspoken resentments can erode even the strongest relationships. For Jason and Lisa, the split wasn't sudden. It had been coming for years. Their divorce was finalized in January 2023. And even in the legal end of their relationship, they chose a path of dignity and grace. There were no drawn-out battles or media spectacles. They agreed to joint custody of their children and divided their assets fairly, without seeking spousal or child support. In an industry known for messy breakups, theirs stood out for its maturity and care. Their primary focus remained their children, ensuring Lola and Nakoa Wolf would never have to choose sides. Both Jason and Lisa committed to being active, loving parents regardless of their marital status. Their split may have been painful, but they did everything possible to shield their children from its impact. Still, behind the peaceful resolution was a deeper truth. Jason had been grappling with feelings he hadn't fully understood until much later. He admitted that the person he had become, the global movie star, always on the move, was no longer the man Lisa had fallen in love with. The very fame and success he had dreamed of created a life that no longer aligned with the quiet intimacy their relationship was built on. In time, Jason opened up about the moment he knew their marriage was over. It wasn't a single fight or disagreement. It was the realization that their connection, once effortless, now felt heavy. He no longer felt seen or understood, and neither did she. They were no longer growing together, but growing apart. The bond they once shared had slowly unraveled, and they both began to feel like strangers in each other's lives. The love they once celebrated had turned into something unrecognizable. The spark had faded, and it was clear they were no longer meant to be. Now both are moving forward. Jason continues to embrace his adventurous spirit and career, finding joy in new experiences. Lisa remains grounded in her own quiet strength, carving her own path. They have both found solace in their individual journeys, even as their paths diverge. Despite the heartbreak, they've maintained mutual respect, a rare outcome in Hollywood. Their ability to separate with grace speaks to the maturity and understanding they shared. They know that love can evolve, even when it shifts away from romance. They've chosen peace over animosity, allowing them to move on without bitterness. Their story reminds us that even the most beautiful love stories can come to an end. Life is full of transitions, and not all of them are easy. But endings don't always have to be ugly. Sometimes the greatest act of love is knowing when to let go, for both parties to thrive. And though their journey as a couple is over, the impact of their relationship will always remain. The lessons they learned, the love they shared, and the family they created are part of who they are. The end of one chapter marks the beginning of new opportunities, and their paths together will forever shape their futures. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. And don't forget to share this with your friends. Catch you in the next one.